Hello, investors. Welcome to the channel where I use technical analysis to find possible swing trades. Today, we're looking at one of the most expansive companies I've ever seen, and that is General Mills Incorporated, ticker symbol GIS. Current share price as of yesterday's close at $68.90. This company has so many brands under its umbrella here. I can't even believe it. I'm going to have to read through some of this for you so you can get an idea here. I was shocked when I read how many companies were actually part of General Mills. I knew it was big, but I didn't realize it was this big. And I'm just going to go through some of the names that I personally recognize. We have Bisquick, Cheerios, Chex, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Cocoa Puffs, Fiber One, Fruit Roll-Ups, Go-Gurt, Gold Medal, which is a whole batch of products, Golden Grams, Haagen-Dazs, Kix, Larabar, Lucky Charms, Muir Glen, Nature Valley, Pillsbury, Progresso, Raisin Nut Brand, Total, Trix, Wheaties, Reese's Puffs, and Yoplait. And I have to say, again, several of these, like Progresso, is a whole line, dozens of soups. Pillsbury puts out dozens, if not hundreds of products. Haagen-Dazs, Betty Crocker, again, dozens, perhaps hundreds of products. And all of these fall under General Mills. So all that to say, this company is well entrenched in the food industry, and I do not see this company going out of business anytime soon. And here we have the General Mills annual chart, and you can see it has really fallen over the last 3 or 4 months. Did have one terrible earnings call. Of course, it was an earnings beat, as you can see, but they offered poor guidance for the future. Then we have these technical signs here. For instance, you have the 20 crossing over the 50, you have the 20 crossing the 200, and finally you have the 50 crossing the 200. These are all, of course, negative indicators. If you look at this, just red down day after red down day, there's a few upturns in here, but for the most part, it still looks like the share price is collapsing. And if we go down to the RSI, you see the RSI is oversold. Does not look like it is turning up again just yet. Now the stochastics are oversold, but they do look like they're turning up, or at least moving sideways. The volume chart, this is basically what you want to see. You see a lot of red. You see a spike in red selling volume, followed by declining selling volume. So it does look like this could soon be replaced with green buying pressure. And down on the MACD, you'll see that it is low, well below zero, but of course you can't tell if this is the bottom of the trough yet or not. The MACD is not giving any indication that it is reversing direction and heading up again. So the real question here is this a good price to buy General Mills? I'd like to go over, and just real quick, the fundamentals before we look further into that. We'll switch over here to E-Trade. You'll see there's high institutional ownership at 77%. Short interest is low at 2.51%. So those are both good signs that smart money sees this as a safe company to invest in. The debt to equity ratio shows that it has more debt than its peers in the food processing industry. It has more debt than 71% of other companies. But looking at these numbers, they are not terribly high. These are not concerning numbers. Not only is the debt understandable in a company that has to own a lot of manufacturing facilities, but these numbers just aren't overly concerning. Moving on to the PE, their PE of just under 16 is actually less than 60% of other companies in the industry. So it has a below average PE. The gross margin of 32.6% is actually better than 77% of other companies in the industry. And the operating margin of 17.53% is better than 96% of other companies in the industry. And the return on equity is equally outstanding at 24.71%. The return on equity beats out 93% of other companies in that industry. Growth rate is average, which is acceptable in this case. And the dividend yield is excellent at 3.43%. It beats out 65% of other companies in the industry. Payout ratio is solid at just under 50%. So the dividend is high and it has a very reasonable payout ratio, indicating that the dividend will be sustainable. So what I see is low PE, high gross margin, excellent operating margin, excellent return on equity, excellent dividend. This is a solid company to invest in my opinion. Again, the only question is this the right price? Now, we certainly see that it has run down lately, and we can zoom out to the 5-year chart, and you can see that General Mills has essentially a very steady, even climb over time. So here we are well below the 200-week moving average, and it doesn't get below the 200-week average for very long. This is, without a doubt, on this 5-year chart, the furthest below the 200-week moving average that this company has ever been in this time frame. This does look like a good buying opportunity, and I am curious to see what everyone else thinks. I will certainly be looking at this, take up a position here in the near future. I would like to see if we have a couple more days, perhaps. We switch back to the annual chart here, but it does look like the momentum is still downward. And I would like to see a turnaround before I begin putting money here. So in any case, let me know your comments below. And please remember that none of this is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I offer these videos for educational, informational, and discussion purposes only. But if you got something out of this, I would appreciate it if you'd hit the like button and subscribe to help out the channel. If you enjoy this kind of content, please hit that bell notification to be alerted when new videos are posted. Also, if you'd like me to take a look at a particular company using the indicators I present here, just mention that in the comments and I'll try to get to it as soon as I can. That's all for today. Thanks for watching and good luck with all your investments.